So, we recently heard from Luke Cage himself, Mike Coulter, that Marvel has not talked to me. And people are like, wait a second, Marvel's not talking to the Netflix guys. No, they're not talking to Luke Cage.
Yeah.
There's a difference here. What do you guys think about this? Because, it's Luke Cage. We don't know if they have any plans for him right now. Or there is the off chance that maybe he's lying. I mean, that's very...
I was going to say, that's not the first time that's happened.
Yep. So,
I think they have a priority list of which characters they desperately want to get back first. And funnily enough, Mike Coulter has his own show going right now. So why would you talk to him?
Exactly. Yep.
Why would you talk to anyone? Because Misty Knight has got her own show as well. So why would you talk to her?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Cox D'Onofrio, what's Bernthal doing? Nothing. What's Kristen Ritter doing? Nothing. Do we get Finn Jones back? Nah, we don't get Finn Jones back.
I mean,
someone else.
Kevin Feige has on purpose misplaced Finn Jones's number.
Like 100%.
He got past him. He's just like, whoops! Oh no!
You know those little old school desk roller things with the phone numbers in it?
Yep.
He just left the window open one day and it sucked out. He's like, oh, I guess there it goes.
Just the Finn Jones one though.
Oh no, it's falling directly towards the paper shredder. What am I to do?
Should I call his agents and get the number back? Oh no, those numbers got lost too. But that's the same talent company as Charlie Cox. Shut up. No, it's not. Oh. So
yeah, they're definitely talking to these guys. It's maybe not all of them right now, but there's at least one show that they're talking to. So.
Yeah, right, and that's sort of the thing. And I just kind of want to reflect on everything they announced with the whole Marvel Studios, Disney investors call, plate of everything. And just so people are aware, there's freaking 20 projects in development over the course of the next 3 years, which includes Fantastic Four, Quantumania, Armor Wars, She-Hulk, Ironheart, Moon Knight. You could fit some of these characters throughout many of these. Secret Invasion would work, Armor War, and anything would work. I just don't think right now you have a place to go, hey, we're going to bring Luke Cage into this right away. Because that's not the point of that. You're not going to announce, hey, we're bringing back Iron Fist. And then just shove them into something automatically. You would want to keep that as a surprise. Sort of like us nerds, we knew Ahsoka was going to appear on Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But people that aren't tuned into that, like us, they had no idea and were surprised when they saw it. You want to do that with these characters. That's my assumption. I don't know, but wouldn't that be kind of cooler of if you're watching Armor Wars and suddenly Rhodes is in New York, he's like, man, I'm on the run. I need some help. Hey, I know a guy. And it's Luke Cage and Iron Fist. That's so much cooler than confirming it.
I'd question why Rhodey's going to those two.
Because they're the heroes for hire, man. He needs to hire them for help.
Just
I'm telling you. Look, I just want Iron Fist back, okay?
I mean, you'll get it eventually. I can't see... it's like Inhumans, hey, we had those, they went.
The what? Gone. No, Mitch, stop believing Inhumans existed. Come on.
It's the thing that Kamala Khan.
Yes.
They're back. They're back.
We don't. There's a few things we don't talk about this channel that don't exist, and that's.
Look, they're coming back. We can now acknowledge that they happened and they didn't exist.
Until I see them with my own eyes.
It didn't happen, but they're coming back.
Well, that's another thing. Bringing characters like that, and like you just said, Jared. How would you feel about Netflix characters appearing elsewhere? And which ones would you like to see first appear somewhere, wherever they can?
I would definitely say Cage and Iron Fist would definitely be a good pick for Moon Knight. If that ends up being more street level, I really like. I think all of them you can kind of onboard through Moon Knight as far as the Netflix characters go. But I think I would enjoy seeing Luke Cage and Iron Fist the most in Moon Knight. because of how self-serious Moon Knight can be, depending on what version they want to do. So I think that having Danny and Luke would be a fun foil to that. I just want as many of them back as we can have. Like, Daredevil's my second favorite Marvel hero, so him already being in Spider-Man, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
like,
With an asterisk.
Yeah.
Asterisk in there.
With an asterisk.
yeah, right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, but I'll take it. Like, granted, it's still in rumor stage, and I made that joke before. I'm like, I'm not going to let myself get my hopes up too high. But the more I think about it, it's getting harder to do. So, yeah, as many as that can come back. But I think something more street level is Moon Knight, if that's the direction they take it in. Because it also, like, in this conversation, just occurred to me, there's not a whole lot of street level stuff.
No.
That got announced in the grand scheme of things, which is surprising because you think that's like that's what Netflix did, where they're like, we're going to keep stuff minimalist. It's not going to be world-ending conflicts. It's, hey, this douchebag's taking over Harlem.
Right.
Not there's a portal opening above the planet. We have this giant purple guy trying to like eradicate half of life in the universe. The stakes are inherently smaller. But this stuff does seem a little bit more grand scale than the Netflix stuff on the most part. So it is a little bit more difficult to integrate those characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always feel like, kind of like you, I'm like, I think Moon Knight would be a perfect gateway to introduce some of those characters. Like, I still have no doubt that Blade is going to show up at the end of Moon Knight. Like, it just seems fitting that those two characters would share that connection, and then whatever happens down the road, and you could easily drop one of the Netflix street characters in there and do something with them. So it's like probably worth exploring there because there's definitely that demand. People want that, so why not? It's.
I can honestly say I'm shocked that neither of you said She-Hulk.
I mean, isn't that the foregone conclusion, though? Like, Daredevil's appearing there. At least Matt Murdock is appearing there. Like,
it's just like, of all the shows, like Moon Knight, fair play. They'd be calling Moon Knight, but like She-Hulk's right there.
I'm right with Armin that I feel like you said, if Matt Murdock shows up in Spider-Man, it is a guarantee he's She-Hulk at that point. So like that's why, like you said, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that Matt's going to be in She-Hulk, and also I feel like if we see Daredevil in Spider-Man, it's not as much of like a holy crap, where do we introduce him to with the Disney stuff. At least that's where my brain went. But you're absolutely right about She-Hulk is right there.
Well, I also have this weird thing where people are like, well, if they bring in Daredevil, right, which he's pretty much the guarantee to happen, they're like, does that mean he brings along the entire crew cast of Daredevil and all that? I'm like, well, technically he's connected to Iron Fist, yes, but it doesn't mean you can like keep the same Iron Fist. They just literally recast Cassie Lang for a third time. Who cares? It's fine. You can recast most of these actors if whatever, and then you could easily be like, oh, discrepancies in the timeline. The time meddling if you really want, but you don't need to. Like, recast and move along for what you have to recast and move along for.
Yeah. You can...
This is not Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no, he's a priority. Him and Matt, or Kim and Charlie, I should say, not him and Matt, are the two that they have to get back.
And I would keep that guy who played Bullseye, because he was great. Like
I think at this point, if they were in the Daredevil show, they're in talks to come back.
Yeah.
If they're outside of it, the likelihood goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hear me out. If we're doing multiversal stuff, we bring back Colin Farrell as Bullseye. Just we're like Snake Mountain Bullseye. Just bring it back. I think it'd be fun. It's fun for the family and everyone.
I will only accept this if he can cameo for less than a minute while blasting Evanescence the entire time.
I will only accept it if we get Ben Affleck as Daredevil back.
That honestly, I actually kind of want that. I want that. Like,
I will say I want that full cast back. Unfortunately, we can't do the full one. Like the best part of that movie, we can't get back.
Yeah, Clark Duncan has passed away, sadly. So, damn, he was so good, so
If
good.
we could get like the core 3 back of that movie, absolutely.
Oh, I wish.
I
wish.
Why not?
Jennifer in the same room at this point? Like, is that even?
Yes.
Well, I suppose people in the comments, let us know about these Netflix talks that they have had, and what do you think is happening with those?